Today is Friday, the 15th of May, the last working day of this week. So today you're going to have 3 lessons, English, math, and history. And the first one you're going to have today and you have right now is English. So just before I start with what we have to learn today in English, I would just like to remind you that the topic for next week's show and tell is still animal offspring. Okay, so please today take a look at the videos that your friends have sent and also start preparing for next week. Again, you can choose, do you want to go live on Zoom and present your things to your friends, or do you prefer sending a video so your friends can watch it at home? Any way you choose is just fine. Okay? Now, today we are going to learn another sound in English. So let me show you what I've got here. What have I got here? How do we call this kind of vehicle? Well, this vehicle is called a van. Yeah? So if you see, it's bigger and larger than a car, yeah, but it's not as big as a lorry or a truck. So this is what we call a van. A van is very often used for deliveries and pickups. You see, it has a lot of storage space in the back. So now let's see what it says. Van deliveries. Van deliveries. So what is the sound that we're learning today? Today we are learning the sound V. V, V, V. Okay? V is for van and V is for vehicle. Okay? Now, and even in the word deliveries, we have the sound V. Deliveries. Now, here is our finger phonics book. Yeah? So here is how we shape it, how we make it. So we go down and we go up. So let's take a closer look at these pictures. And let me tell you what is going on. This man here, his name is Vic. And Vic drives a delivery van. This is Vic's van, yeah? Vic's van is red and blue, and he drives it over the hill into the little town street. As he drives along this house, he's waving at the boy, and the boy is waving back at him. But on his way, he needs to make a stop to pick up some vegetables. These vegetables he is later going to deliver. Now, vegetables are very, very healthy, sometimes quite delicious too. So he goes to Val's fruit and vegetables. Okay, he picks them up, puts them in the back of his van and drives off to make his delivery. Okay, so this was van, this was Vic, this is his van. These are some vegetables which are very, very healthy, yeah? And later on, he is going to drive away, okay? So the sound that we need is V, V, V. So the first thing we're going to do for this V, 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 I'm going to play you a song and show you the movement. Our action is going to be putting our hands like this, pretending that we are holding a steering wheel. Steering wheel is what gets the car or any other vehicle moving, okay? And that we are driving, okay? So, ready, steady, go. V, 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 V. Let's hear the song.
Drive Vic's van round the village. Drive Vic's van round the village. Drive Vic's van round the village. Ooh.
Okay, so you'll hear it one more time. And I forgot to mention, well, actually I made a mistake. I said that this is a small town, but actually it's a space smaller than that. This is a village. the village. Village also has initial V. So let's hear one more time.
Drive Vic's van round the village. Drive Vic's van round the village. Drive Vic's van round the village. Ooh.
Okay, so you can try to say it as one long sound, or you can say it shorter, v. Anyway, we have quite a few words that start in this letter, and let me show you some of them here. Okay, so this is the first one. I'm going to show you a card. Yeah, and it says, what does it say? Vest. Vest. A vest, yes? So a vest is a piece of clothing. It's clothes that you wear on your upper body, on your top. Okay, so that is vest. Now let's read this word. What do we have here? Again, V, the sound that we are learning today. R, and in the end we have Y, which here we read as E. So very, very. Yes, it's a word we use quite often. Very pretty, very interesting. And sometimes when we say we love something, we say I love it very, 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 very much. Although we should not be using this word more than once. Very much is quite enough. Okay, so that was very. Then what we have next is the word van. Van, yes. Vic's delivery van. What is he doing with that van? What does he do? Well, let's see. He uses it to drive. Drive. He drives the van. He drives it, yeah? So here, look at these two letters. We have E and E, I and E. And if you hide this letter in between, it looks very much like the sound I, yeah? And actually, it is the same sound, just here these two letters are apart and there's another letter in between, but still, it's the same sound. I, drive. Okay, and look at this last card I have here for you. V-I-K, Vic. So Vic is the name of the man who's driving the van. Now pay attention to this card, Vic, and to this one, which says van. What do you see? What is the difference between the two letters V? So this one, yeah, is the normal one, the usual one. But if you look at this one, it's quite bigger. The reason for that is that Vic is a name, and all names in English, or I think more or less any other language, are written with a capital letter, with an uppercase, with a big letter, okay? Now, I have a video here that I sent to you, and this video is full of different names. And what all of these names have in common, well, they all start with the sound V. So let me show you the first half a minute or minute of this video.
When you say V, it sounds like as in very, very good, or very, very bad, or very, 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 very happy.
So we said we tend to use the word very, very, very much.
Very, 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 very glad. Lots of names begin with V. Veronica, Vinny, and Valerie. Violet, Vernon, Beth, and Vic. For Victoria, take your pick. Revival, revival. Diddle, 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 dee. A very, 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 very little song for the valuable letters.
Okay, so we're going to stop here. So you could hear many different names, and I'm going to write some of them on the board. So we had the Ira, Vera, yeah? We had from the story, vegetables were sold in store, which was called Val's, fruits and veggies. Okay, then another name that starts in V is Vicente. We didn't have it in the song, but I think we should add this name as well. Vicente. And let's maybe say, what else did we have here? Oh, we had the name Vinny. Okay, so double N Y. Okay, so double N we read as only one sound now, and final Y is E. Vinny, Vera, Val, Vicente, Vinny, and I'll just add Vic because it's the name of the day. Vic. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We have all these words here, and we're going to use these words to build some sentences, okay? So in building sentences, I would like us to use at least some of these names, okay? And I want us to pay attention how we write those words, okay? So I have here my cards with all these V words that have sound V in them, but that's not all. I have this other word, the new sight word. You see the letters are L, O, V, E, but we don't read this as love it. This is the word love, okay? So it works as when you want to say the feeling, love, or when you want to say the action of loving somebody, I love you. This is the word that you will use, love, okay? And just if I need some more help, I'm going to keep the rest of these sight words, tricky words here at hand, okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick, first I'm going to make a line here, okay? It's a curved line. Remember that word, curved line. To separate these words from this space here where I will write the sentences, okay? Now I'm going to choose one of these words here, and I'm going to use that word to build a sentence, okay? So the word is Vic, okay? So Vic, and let's then choose another word. I need an action, and the only action words I have here are drive or love. So let's go for drive this time, okay? So we can say Vic drives his van, yeah? And so I'm going to copy them this time. Vic, okay, then I'm going to leave a little bit of space, finger space, yeah? It's a space of one finger. Drives. Okay, I need to add an S here. When we're talking about a different person, we need to add an S. So Vic drives his. So his is one of our sight words. We write it like this. His. Okay, so Vic drives his, and here's this word, van. Vic drives his van. What does he do? He drives his van. And look, all these words, we already know. Yeah, so these two words, actually three, Vic drives and van, are examples for words with sound V in it. And his is one of our tricky words, okay? So I would like to do maybe one or two more sentences, and I would like to use the word love this time. So how about this? I remember that in this video there was a girl who was playing violin, okay? So we can say Val, we're going to write love, and then I also need to add an S here, like I added for drives. Okay, so Val loves her violin. Full stop. Val loves her violin. Okay? Val loves her violin. But now what I want to do in the last sentence is not to start it with a name, but still to keep a name in it. So how about saying I love, okay, love, and then we can maybe use the word very, very much. Okay, so we know that Val has a violin, so I can write Val's violin. Full stop. Okay, so I love very much Val's violin. So what is important here is that even when names are not at the very beginning of the sentence, we still need to write them with the capital letter. Yeah, so let's just circle all the capital letters in red. We have one for Vic, yeah, because it's the first letter in a sentence, but also because it's a name. Val, for the same reasons, because it's the first letter and a name. And I love very much Val's violin. I is always written as a capital letter, but also it's at the beginning of a sentence. And Val, although it's not at the beginning, but in the middle of the sentence, needs to have capital letter because it's a name. Okay? So Vic drives his van, Val loves her violin, and I love very much Val's violin. And just take a look at the end of each of these sentences, we have a full stop. So what is your task then? What do you need to do and have ready for Monday or Tuesday Zoom lesson? First of all, you will have to complete the pages in your Jolly Phonics workbook, the pages which are devoted to sound V. Okay, so you're going to do that. Then I would like you to take a look at those words. Take a look at these sentences which I wrote, and you can also use the sentences that you have in your spelling log. And then I want you to try to write 2 sentences on your own. So what does this mean? That you need to figure out which words you want to put in your sentences, okay? And then to try to write them down properly. Remember, there are 3 things that you need to pay attention to when writing a sentence. It starts with a capital letter, there's a finger space between each 2 words, and it ends in a full stop. Now, I know that's quite a lot of job for you to do, so I prepared something for you to relax a little bit after all of that hard work. Now, I'm sure that you know the story of the Little Red Riding Hood, but have you ever heard of the Little Red Writing Hood? Well, it's very similar to the story you know, but it has a little bit of a twist. So let's see what's going on.
Once upon a time,
there was a girl who went to her grandma's house to bring her a basket of goodies.
So far, the same?
I love goodies. What was in that basket?
Snacks and toys and things to read.
Were there stories? Was there anything about horses or butter or...
Hold on a minute. Just let me tell the story.
Okay.
Now this little girl went walking down the road to her grandma's house when she met a wolf who said,
"Hey, Little Red, what's in the basket?"
Some cookies.
She answered,
Those cookies were shaped like letters.
Those cookies were shaped like letters?
A, B, C, D, E, F.
Okay, so once you're done with all your work, you can take a look at this story and see what happens until the end. I think you're going to like it. It doesn't end as you would expect. It doesn't end like Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, guys, I will see you a little bit later for our math lesson. Bye-bye.